When you first learn a new language, you usually learn how to introduce yourself. And I'm a Korean teacher, so I'll teach you how you can introduce yourself in this video. I've got some really fun and practical patterns and phrases, so bring your notebook so we can really interact here and you can take lots of notes and put things in your brain. Ready? Let's get started. Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe to continue to learn with me. So let's start with something really basic. Greetings. You guys probably all know how to say that in Korean. So I'll show you here. Hello is 안녕하세요. Say it with me. 안녕하세요. You want to do a little bow like this. 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. And when you're with your friends, of course, like you become friends and then you realize that you guys are the same age because age is like really important in Korean culture. You want to drop 하세요 part completely and just say 안녕. 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 Okay, so that's how you do it. And secondly, for greeting, I have nice to meet you. So this is a formal way that you can say. Say this with me. It's kind of long, so pronunciation will be a little tricky. So see how I move my mouth and copy it first. 만나서 반갑습니다. 만나서 반갑습니다. 만나서 반갑습니다. Go ahead, continue. I know there is this B 받침, but usually because of assimilation, it's a 씁니다, 씁니다, softer with that M sound, right? So again, 만나서 반갑습니다 with a little bow. We don't really shake our hands like American culture, but it's like a little bow here and there. And casually, you can say 만나서 반가워. 반가워. 만나서 반가워. 만나서 반가워. That's how you can say casually as well. And now I'm going to delete or erase my annotation so we can go to the next page. So next up is your name. You want to really know how to say your name because that's like the essential part of self-introduction. So this one, to say this, I'm going to teach you a really helpful pattern in Korean that you're going to see all the time. Not only when you say your name, you'll use this for your nationality, you'll use this for your occupation, like everything. Think of this like a being verb in Korean. Okay, so here it is. I am N, right? I am Aina. I am David. I am Isaac. I am, you just name anything. And then we have two of them. Because in Korean, what's really important is the ending of the spelling. So if that noun you're picking, the name, ends in a consonant, so I even wrote it here in my pattern, then you're gonna choose 이에요. Say that. 이에요. That's like a being verb in Korean. And I wrote 저는 in the beginning because it's I. But you can omit that because in Korean, we usually omit I, you know? So you can say 이에요. But if your name or anything that you want to say, plug in for the noun, ends in a vowel, then you're going to say 예요. Say that. 예요. So let's plug in our name. My name is Aina. And Aina in Korean, that ends in a vowel. So out of the two patterns, I will pick this one. So 저는 아이나예요. There's no space, so this little dash means put it all together. 저는 아이나예요. 저는 아이나예요. You probably have heard of the formal version of this 이에요 and 예요, which is 입니다. So that's like for formal situation, but I want to teach you something that we use day to day, every day, that we use this 이에요, 예요, right? So what is your name? You plug it in here. Okay, so I'll show you another example with my husband's name. That's 이삭, because his name ends in consonant. So you guys can all see all examples. 이삭. That's Korean Isaac, 이삭. And his name ends with a consonant. You see the 받침 sitting there? That's the g consonant. So we'll have to go with the first pattern. 저는 이삭 이에요. 저는 이삭이에요. 저는 이삭이에요. Right. So depending on your name, you'll pick the right pattern. And if you don't pick the right pattern, like 이에요, 예요, this is what you're gonna sound like. I are Isaac. I are Aina. Right? The being verb is so important and basic, and like we use it every day. Like even in English, if I chose a wrong being verb, it's like, huh? What are you saying? Right? So make sure you really understand this consonant and vowel ending concept and choose the right pattern for your name. Okay? And maybe we can do a little quiz like on the comments, let me know your name using the right pattern so we can get to know each other. Okay, so we'll do that. And then I'll erase this page. Okay. And let's move on to the second part of self-introduction. Ready? Nationality. Nationality is 국적. Everybody say that. 국적, 국적, 국적. Look at what I brought. Doesn't this look so familiar? We just talked about this pattern and there it is again. 저는 noun 이에요. But this time, what's highlighted on this page? We have 사람, that's person. So you're essentially saying 저는 blank 사람이에요. 사람 ends in a consonant. I see the 무 받침 there. So right in front of 이에요, you're just gonna put in 사람. So you're just saying, I am this country person. And that's how we say our nationality. I'll show you an example. So let's say I'm American. Let's say that. And then I could, let's do blue. That's 미국. And 미국, I'm gonna plug it in right in my place of noun. So it will go like this. 저는 미국 사람이에요. 저는 미국 사람이에요. I am an American. If you're Korean, like I am, I can plug in 한국 there. 저는 한국 사람이에요. So word by word, I'm saying I am Korea person. No, I Korea person am. The being verb is at the end because in Korean, the sentence structure goes SOV. V is always at the end. Okay, so you want to put the 이에요 at the end. If you're Indian, you can say 저는 인도 사람이에요. Are you taking notes with me? Are you saying it with me? Because active learners win the race. I always say this to my students. If you're like just passive, you're like, I don't know what I'm watching, like, let her talk, then really nothing is coming into your brain. This is a video, right? But if you make the most out of the video by you repeating after me, you shadowing with me, you writing it down with me, and just like every minute of it, make it yours. Because I want this to come to life. Yes? So do that with me as you're watching this video. Now, if you're Canadian, you can say 저는 캐나다 사람이에요. 저는 캐나다 사람이에요. And lastly, if you're Mexican, 저는 멕시코 사람이에요. 저는 멕시코 사람이에요. Wow. Maybe your country name is not here. So guess what I brought? I'm going to show you the next page. I brought, wait, let me erase this last section. I brought this. This is directly from one of my books, Korean Dictionary, because in that book, there is literally everything with pictures, all the vocab that you need to learn. And one of the chapters had this. So, right, we have England, France, Germany, like everything. And just say 사람이에요. 필리핀 사람이에요. 중국 사람이에요. 터키 사람이에요. 호주 사람이에요. So plug in your name, and if it's not up here, you can just Google it and then plug it in to that pattern and you'll know how to say your nationality. So cool, right? So here's your pattern number 3. I came from noun. Well, I wrote that literal translation, but this really just means I'm from. Okay? And that pattern in Korean is noun, 에서. 에서 is a particle. This means from. But it could also mean like to, at. But in this pattern, it's used for from. Used as from. So noun에서 왔어요. Past tense of come, which means came. I am from or I came from noun. noun에서 왔어요. noun에서 왔어요. Then I could plug in where I'm from. The first one we did for nationalities, 사람이에요, talks more about your nationality, your identity. And this is talking about your place, a place of origin, or maybe you're traveling and they're like, oh, where are you traveling from? And you can say, oh, I'm traveling from, or I'm from the place. So the emphasis is a little bit different. So keep that in mind. All right, so I could say, 미국에서 왔어요. I am from America, or I came from America. 한국에서 왔어요. 인도에서 왔어요. 캐나다에서 왔어요. 멕시코에서 왔어요. I brought the same words, same 5 countries from the previous page because repetition is everything when you learn a new language. I think when it comes to learning anything, right, repetition is everything. The goal of repetition is that you get so used to that. You're doing it so many times that it becomes automatic in your brain. Like you don't even have to think about it because that's mastery, right? So I want you to get to that stage where you repeat so many times that Korean and the vocab and these patterns become automatic to you. And the only way to do that is by repeating every day, doing something every day, every month, every year. Yes? Okay, so that's noun에서 왔어요. And feel free to plug in any other country names here. So you can make thousands of sentences on your own with this pattern. Right? Oh, and real quick, if you're wondering like, hey Aina, do you have resources for self-study? Yes, I do. I have some books that can really help you. I have something for reading Korean. We have a Read Korean Step by Step. And then we have expanding your vocab. This is called Korean Dictionary. We have pictures for every page, every category that you can think about, 1,000 words. And we have like a little special edition South Korea travel guide if you're going to Korea. This is gonna be it because I linked all the Google Maps and Naver Maps links and to hotels, cafe, restaurant, anything that you guys need while traveling in Korea. And here we have verb version of that dictionary, but 300 must-know verbs in Korean. And here the last one is speak Korean anywhere. This is my favorite. It just recently got updated to 3rd edition. So highly recommend you checking it out. And if you want to see the inside of the book, I can show you quickly so you guys can just like know what I'm talking about. Because when we see pictures, when we see like what's really inside, you'll know like, oh, okay, that's the book that I want. Oh, that's not what I need, right? So I want you to make a really good decision on what you need. So I'll show you my favorite first. This is a 3rd edition of Speak Korean Anywhere. So this one, it starts with, like just categories of chapters. So for example, let's go here. This is basic phrases in Korean. And then on here, you'll see click here for the video. You see it here? Yeah. And then you'll see me popping out, and then I'll be reading the phrases, and there's a QR code for your convenience too. And then I just listed some English that you need to know, and then Korean with the chart and romanization. So this is the basic chart, and we have common phrases in Korean, and you see the organization, survival phrases, like when you go to Korea, you have to survive there. Traveling phrases, and then we have restaurant phrases, cafe phrases, making friends phrases, like everything that you name it. And it's about 280 practical Korean phrases that you really have to know. And another thing I really recommend, if you're a total beginner, start here. Like you're like, I just found your video and your channel and I don't know where to start. This is where you want to start. Read Korean step by step. This is like about a 60-page guide that tells you how to read Korean. Color-coded. I've never seen any book that's color-coded like mine because I'm a former 3rd grade teacher. I love teaching like that. I love colorful books with pictures and like something that's student friendly. I know a lot of textbooks are made for teachers And when I made my books years ago, I wanted to make something for students because students are already overwhelmed. I want to take like that stress out. So when you see the book, you're like, like oasis, you know? So I recommend that too. And then Korean dictionary is something that you saw earlier too. This is like a dictionary with pictures. So if this is a bathroom, this is the bathroom chapter. You'll see towels, sink, toothbrush, everything with the QR code as well. Yeah, it looks something like this. So highly recommend you check it out and pick what you need, and then we'll continue our lesson. And I'll put my link to my website in the description. And if not, if you're like, where can I find the link? I can also show it to you here. Here. I'm using this like new setup today. Using this new software. Hope you guys like this new setup. Let me know how you like this new setup in the comments. Okay, so I hope you like it. And now let's continue our lesson. Okay, how do I get rid of the side? All right, then we'll just go like this. All right, next is occupation. Occupation is 직업. Say it with me. 직업. The good carries over to the next door. 직업, 직업, 직업. What is your job? Also, let me know in the comments. I would love to get to know you. I'm a teacher. I'm a content creator too. I'm a course creator. Also an author. But what about you? I want to know you. And guess what? We're using the same pattern as before. I told you this pattern will come back and back at us because it's useful. It's what we really use to describe these things. Alright, so here we have I am and 저는 noun이에요. Or I am and 저는 noun이에요. Depending on your occupation, you're gonna pick and choose the right being verb for you. So I'll show you a couple of examples here. So you see, 선생님, that's my job. And 선생님 ends with what? It ends with consonant. So I will have to go with the first one because it says consonant ending is 이에요. So if I plug right into the noun place, 저는 선생님이에요. I'm done sharing my occupation. That's simple. Do you get it? 저는 선생님이에요. 저는 선생님이에요. Now, if you're a student, 저는 학생, that ended what? Consonant. So I'm gonna go in right here. 저는 학생이에요. 저는 학생이에요. Repeat after me. 저는 학생이에요. What about singer? Are you a singer? Singer is 가수, 가수, 가수. 가수 ends in a u vowel. So then we'll have to choose the second one and plug that into this noun. 저는 가수예요. Not 이에요. 저는 가수예요. 저는 가수예요. Gonna drink some water real quick. Next is nurse. That's 간호사. What does it end in? You tell me. You decide for me this time. I think you got a pretty good idea now. Consonant or vowel? Consonant? Vowel? Yes, vowel. 간호사 has a. So we will pick the second pattern. 저는 간호사예요. 저는 간호사예요. 저는 간호사예요. Are you 간호사? Okay, last example I brought is engineer. Engineer. What does it end in? You tell me. Consonant or vowel? Louder, please. Active learner. Yeah, that's a vowel. So we'll go with the second pattern. 저는 엔지니어예요. 저는 엔지니어예요. And like I said before, 저는, this one can be omitted in Korean. Natural speech, we normally drop it after we say it in the very beginning. 저는 아이나예요. Afterwards, you don't have to repeat 저는 all the time. The first time is good enough. Just admit it. They all know you're talking about you. Okay? So then I'll erase my annotation so I can show you guys other jobs that you can plug it in. On the next page, you're going to see pictures and more vocab that I have brought from our Korean dictionary because that's really one easy way that I can show you guys with pictures. Ready? Here it is. So we got 의사, doctor, or 간호사예요, 약사예요, 경찰이에요, 군인이에요, 직장인이에요, 승무원이에요, 작가예요, 비서예요. Pick and choose your job. And if it's not on here, I told you can just Google it and plug it into the pattern and you have it right there. Right. Next up is hobbies. What are your hobbies? I'm just trying to get rid of this like little side thing. Let's see. Oh, I got it. We did it. Okay. So hobbies. Just really think before I show you the next page. That's 취미 in Korean. What is your hobby? For me, I am a big foodie. So I like to go check out a new restaurant. I like to cook at home. I love food, so I look at food recipes a lot. And when I teach Korean, I also have a lot of like analogy that's related to food too. So I guess that's my hobby. Also, teaching is my hobby. Meeting you is my hobby. Filming and teaching definitely my hobby too. I enjoy teaching so much. I enjoy showing up here. I think that's why I can do this long run. This is my 9th year teaching. Yep, 9th year. 5 years in an elementary school. I was a 3rd grade teacher. And then Korean with Aina, I'm here 4.5 years, right? I love it. My excitement just grows every week, every month. It's crazy. It's something that I really love. I hope you're doing what you love as well. So here we got the pattern number 4. Verb는 거 좋아해요. And this is actually the last pattern that I'm going to introduce you. And, that kind of includes everything that we have to say for our self-introduction. And we want to wrap it with what I like to do. And you probably have heard of this word here, this phrase, 좋아해요, right? Right here. You've heard of 좋아해요? Like, I like something, 좋아해요. But have you heard of this pattern where you go, I like being? So sometimes you can like a noun, like I like watermelon. But here I'm saying I like doing something. I like swimming. I like watching Netflix. I like studying Korean. You see the being part? And I want to show you that part because that's possible too. By the way, these flashcards are going to be green because it's attached with verbs. I color code everything. The orange ones are specifically made for noun attachment, and our green ones are for our verb attachment. I'm going to talk about like where I bring this and how I utilize all these flashcards and how my students have these flashcards to make thousands of sentences. I'm going to bring the program very soon because those of you who are curious, you probably are looking for resources like this. Okay, so after this pattern, I'll show you where to get it. But let's do some example sentences together. What do you like to do? So here we got 보다. What do you like to see? Do you guys like to watch movies? So this verb can mean to see or to watch. So if you guys like movies, that's 영화. I can say that's a noun. 영화 보다. Drop the 다. Get to the stem because that's how Korean verbs work. Just drop it. And 보 is your stem and you're going to plug in right here. 영화 보는 거 좋아해요. 영화 보는 거. 는 거 will make the verb into the ing, the noun form of watching. Yeah. So 영화 보는 거 좋아해요. 영화 보는 거 좋아해요. And next we have to listen, and that's 듣다, 듣다, 듣다. And again, drop the 다, get to the stem of this verb. And then you plug into the flashcard here. What do you like to listen to? Do you guys like music? You like music or podcast? Yes. So you can say music. 음악, 음악. 음악 듣는 거 좋아해요. 음악, that's your noun that you're going to put in front of the verb. 듣 is the stem. You'll plug in right here. 음악 듣는 거 좋아해요. 음악 듣는 거 좋아해요. Isaac really loves listening to music 24/7, all day, every day. I'm like, wait, I love it too, but not 24/7. So can we probably turn it off right now? And he's like, okay. All right, next one is to read. That's 읽다 with double 받침. 읽다, 읽다, 읽다. Drop the da, and maybe you like to read books. Book in Korean is 책, 책, 책. Just one. It kind of sounds like check, check, right? So here, 책 읽는 거 좋아해요. 책 읽는 거 좋아해요. I like reading books. I like reading books. 책 읽는 거 좋아해요. Repeat after me. 책 읽는 거 좋아해요. Yep. And do you guys like to dance? I love dancing. So when we meet, we gotta have a dance party together. That's what we're gonna do. And drop the top for me to get to the stem. 춤추. 춤추다, full verb. 춤추 is the verb stem. And now plug it in right here. 춤추는 거 좋아해요. 춤추는 거 좋아해요. 춤추는 거 좋아해요. 춤추는 거 좋아해요. Maybe some of you are like singing. 노래하는 거 좋아해요. 노래 부르는 거 좋아해요. And last verb of the day. This is not what I like, but I know many of you like it. If you don't like it, you're the same as me. But if you like it, say this confidently. The verb is to exercise. 운동하다. 운동하다. When you say gotta like stick out your lips like I am. 운동하다. And drop the dot for me. Get to your stem. 운동하 is the stem. And here's your romanization for your reference. 운동하는 거 좋아해요. 운동하는 거 좋아해요. Wow. Are we making amazing sentences together? Are you getting the patterns? Are you getting the rhythm and pronunciation of all this? I'm so proud of you for following with me. Like, I see you guys through the screen. Really. I'm so proud of you. I teach every day, or I teach students. We meet on Zoom and I go live and I do YouTube. I film. I see you guys, right? I see your struggles. I see that you're working really hard. I see your passion, and thank you so much for that. I really want to thank you for just bringing yourself to this. You know, as an adult learner, it's not easy to learn a new language, but you're having so much fun and you're working so hard on top of everything going on in your life. So thank you. I really want to thank you for that. Okay? And as I mentioned before, the flashcards, for those of you who are looking for resources like this, I have our noun flashcards. These are, I printed mine out. I give it digitally, so people just like print it out like I did because I have audience from all over the world. I cannot ship everything. So these are digital, but it's like, you know, do you see how it's like noun 예요? I know it's like mirrored right now, but noun 좋아해요, like all of these are just plug and play style where students can just use this and plug in any nouns to make sentences without thinking too much. And I wanted to create a system like this for the longest time, and we finally launched this a few months ago. So if you haven't checked it out, I highly recommend it. This is not only the flashcard, it actually comes with videos, it comes with your guided ebooks, examples. If you can see here, I wrote like 125 grammar patterns for nouns and the 750 sentence examples, right? That's just for nouns. And we have a verb edition. That's the green flashcard I printed out here. And some of the example pages, when you go inside of the program, look like this. Like noun is good. You see the flashcard on top, and then you'll see C. That's the consonant ending examples. Like 지금이 좋아요, 김밥이 좋아요. And then on the bottom, you'll see V. And that's like, do you see V? That's the vowel ending example, because I want you guys to get all kinds of examples, like consonant ending, the vowel ending, and some helpful tips, and the QR code, everything that you guys need in one place. And my video lessons are available like this, so you guys can go through each module and really understand how to make sentences in Korean. So I'll drop the link on the bottom below, so you guys can definitely check it all out. My resources are all available for you guys. And of course, I have YouTube videos here as well, right? So utilize your resources, be an active learner, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's my, you know, one thing that I want to remind you. Okay, so that is it for how to introduce yourself in Korean. Did you love it? Did you like it? Did you find this helpful? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in my next video. And just know that I love you so much. And I'll bring more helpful videos next time. Okay? Don't forget to like and subscribe and check out my resources if you need some extra resources. All right. Annyeong. Love you guys all.